It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at something that I've been kind of thinking about regarding Negan's role in the Commonwealth storyline. For a long time, I've been thinking that Negan can't necessarily get any of the major characters' roles from the comics at this stage of the game at the Commonwealth because it just wouldn't fit. But the more teasers and trailers that we see from the last 8 episodes and the more interviews and comments that are made by the cast, I'm starting to think that maybe Negan will actually get an important role in the Commonwealth storyline. So we're going to talk about whether Negan is in fact going to get aspects of Rick Grimes' comic role. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So Negan's role at this stage in the game in the TV adaptation is really kind of open because in the comic book, his story ended after the events that happened between himself and Maggie, and after he was sent away and exiled. Yes, he did return later in the comics, but he wasn't a part of the story. He just returned to mourn, spoiler alert, Rick Grimes' death. But obviously, in the TV adaptation, everything is different. There's no Rick, Negan is not exiled, and a lot of things are really different, and it makes it impossible for Negan to get the same story, especially because we know that him and Maggie are going to be in a spin-off together. So with that, what do I think is going to happen to Negan, and how do I think he's going to be involved in the storyline when it comes to the Commonwealth? Do I think he's going to get Rick Grimes' death? Well, not really. Like I said earlier, I think he's going to get aspects of Rick's story from the comics, but I don't think that he's gonna replace Rick in a way where he's gonna get the same death as him and kind of get his story, because obviously he's in a spin-off, he's not gonna die. Now, one of the reasons why I think he will in fact get some sort of an important role in the Commonwealth storyline is due to some of his comments recently and his interviews. He's been teasing the last 8 episodes a lot, and he's been kind of telling fans, if you think you know what's going to happen, you're wrong, you're not going to see it coming. And he's done that more than other actors and actresses on the show, which leads me to think that he has to have an important role to be this kind of vocal about hyping up fans. And because of that, I feel like he will definitely have some sort of an important role in the story in the last 8 episodes when it comes to the Commonwealth. Now, I see this going 3 ways. One is his important role is going to be directly linked to Lance, and he's going to get some sort of a face-off with Lance Hornsby, or he's going to end up being in a situation where he confronts Lance or something along those lines. That's the first direction. The second direction is similar, but it's going to involve Pamela. I think that the other direction that they could go with things is have Negan be at odds with Pamela, and for there to be a lot of tension between these two. And obviously, because of the setup that they already did between Maggie and Pamela, if Maggie ends up being on the opposite spectrum of things from Pamela's perspective, that'll make Maggie come closer and closer to Negan, which could in fact kind of be some setup for the storyline later, the spin-off with Maggie and Negan. So that's also a fairly interesting direction that would definitely fit the overall story, especially looking at the spin-off as well. Now, the third way, and the one that I think would be most intriguing, is a storyline between Negan and Sebastian, and a storyline in which Negan is gonna get Rick's comic role when it comes to the story that Rick had in the comics with Sebastian. But the difference would obviously be that it wouldn't lead to Negan's death like it did with Rick, because obviously Negan is not gonna die. Now, there was a lot of teases about this in the teasers and trailers, because there was a lot of scenes where it made you think that Sebastian is being confronted by Negan or something to that effect. So I definitely think that this is a possibility, and I feel like with some tweaks here and there, and with obviously the ultimate outcome being different, they could have the story go more or less the same way as it did in the comics between Rick and Sebastian. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed this. I am definitely interested to know your thoughts and opinions. Do you think Negan is going to get an important role in the Commonwealth storyline? And if you do you think that it'll be a storyline that's going to see him face off against Lance? Or it's going to be a scenario where he's going to be at odds with Pamela and we're going to see the two of them go head to head? Or do you think it'll be the third possibility, which is that he's going to kind of confront Sebastian and get a similar story to Rick from the comics? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.